Hello everybody, welcome back to the Nibiru channel. It is January 23rd, 2017. One of my loyal subscribers has come through again with some of the most amazing and most damning photographs when dealing with the theory of Planet X. As you can see from the caption on your screen right now, seen from an airplane and clearly visible. Now, listen folks, this is definitely something that you are going to want to see. I do have video coming from this subscriber and it will be emailed shortly. However, the following photographs were taken from an airplane not more than 24 hours ago. And we're just going to get right into these photographs. Now, what you're seeing is what this gentleman captured while being a passenger on an airplane, clearly stating in his email that he saw with his own eyes, not a camera, not a video camera, but his own eyes. He saw an illuminated orb near the sun through the window of the airplane. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I was going to, show his email, but it has his email address and his personal information on it. But I'm just going to go ahead and read it to you. It says, "Thanks for all of the information that you passed to us. Well, I was on a flight from Washington, D.C. to Fayetteville, North Carolina. I looked out the window and saw an orb next to the sun. This was taken at 15:10, 20 minutes out from Fayetteville, North Carolina. So I thought I could help pass this out, I thought you could help pass this out. I'm a big supporter of your channel." And, well, the rest of it, I'm going to leave that out because this may possibly identify what this individual does for a living. And I don't want any repercussions from this until I speak with this gentleman. But these photographs, when I opened up this email and I looked at these photographs, I was pretty blown away, pretty set back. And let's just zoom into this photograph. Let's just not mess around here. Well, there you go. We're not faking these photographs. Let's zoom in even more. You can see a little bit of the object is not clearly visible, but the sun is definitely illuminating that object. And that object is behind the sun, off in the distance. This is not a camera anomaly. This is not atmospheric phenomenon. This is not a damn lens flare. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I have been up since 1 o'clock in the morning today. I decided once again that I'm going to do some additional homework on lens flares in videos and cameras. I watched 13 videos from professional photographers, specifically talking about photographing in high sunlight or photographing the sun in general. And they showed numerous ways that you can do this. And then they talked about lens flares. Well, in all 13 of those videos that were produced by professional photographers around the world, not one of those videos showed anything like what you're seeing. And if you don't believe me, Just go to YouTube, type in the search section, lens flares. How to photograph the sun. And then at that point in time, after you do your research about, quote, lens flares, you're going to see very, very quickly that the people that sit there in the comment section of any of my videos and they cry like a little baby telling everyone else that these are lens flares. Well, folks, they don't have any other excuse to put out there. Now, the newest one coming out is these are created by a phenomenon called earthshine. Well, folks, I did 2 hours worth of reading on this, quote, earthshine phenomenon dealing with the moon, the sun, and the earth. And listen, it does not even come close to what we are looking at. So basically, someone with a little bit of a higher intelligence than maybe me and you on a certain subject may try to use fancy words to distract you and to belittle you. And if you let it happen, well, you just shouldn't. These photographs that you're looking at right now, and we'll flip to the next one, because this gentleman took a series of photographs, not just one, from an airplane. And these photographs are fresh off the press. This gentleman just took this flight yesterday, January 22nd. And there you go. There, what do you see? Let's zoom in. Let's not play around. Let's zoom straight in. Do you see a lens flare? I don't see any lens flare whatsoever. I actually see some cloud cover, very thin cloud cover. However, when you pan back from the photograph, wow, you could see the cloud canopy right here and some thinner clouds up above. So clear, you can see the propellers of the plane, the engine. I don't see any reflection, no reflection whatsoever coming from the window. And yes, I never advise taking photographs through glass. But when you're looking at not one, but 5 photographs taken at different intervals, all showing the same object in the same location during this very short time period. And the object doesn't move, folks. It's there. It compares to the photographs that I took over the last several days using this laser lens and my laser eye safety wear. So folks, once again, if we're seeing something with our own eyes, not a mechanical device, not a camera, not a video camera, the 2 eyes that God gave you, the 2 eyes connected to your brain that are telling you, hey George, what you're looking at is real, it's there, your eyes are seeing it, now the brain is computing it. Pick up your camera, take a picture of it quickly, document it. Well, this is exactly what this gentleman did, and he did a damn good job of it. And this is not the first photograph that I have seen from an airplane. Back in early September of 2016, I interviewed a man who was a former chemtrail pilot who is now dying of cancer. Horrible cancer. They had to remove his tongue, half of his jaw, and he suffers from horrible lesions all over his skin. And Joe, he's probably dead by now. God rest his soul if he is. But in our interview, he had to write everything down because he doesn't have speech anymore. They cut his tongue out because of the cancer. And this is a man who flew for 25 years as a commercial pilot. Retired, but then he had the itch to fly again. And a friend of his got him a job working for a geoengineering company, flying planes to spray chemtrails. Joe didn't know what he was flying around with as far as the chemical base goes, but Joe flew for this company for 5 years, and a man who was in perfect health, stricken down by these gut-wrenching chemicals that they spray into our skies. And once again, this is another photograph coming from this gentleman in this plane, just casually taking his trip. And boy, oh boy, what does he capture? And it's so easy for people to just sit back, make a comment, and simply say, that is a lens flare, or that is a reflection into the camera's lens, blah, blah, blah. Well, folks, over the past year, that's all I've heard from the naysayers. They have no other excuses in their vocabulary, which I might add is very small. Now, Joe, the gentleman that I was referring to, shared photographs with me from the cockpit of the chemtrail airplane that he was flying. Multiple photographs on a clear day showing exactly what you are looking at now. I did a video about it. Go back through my videos back to, I think it was about September of 2016. Watch the video. We're dealing with the same situation here, folks, with pilots that are basically under the gun when it comes to seeing UFOs and other things in the skies. They're not going to say anything because these pilots will be grounded immediately and defamed. Joe told me several times that he was debriefed by the United States Air Force on things that he saw in the sky and noted in his log. He was warned after 18 years of service. He was warned that if he filed one more report placing this information into his log, that he would not see retirement, which was only a few years away. So you can see clearly how these individuals can get to you very, very quickly. They will blackmail you. They will threaten you, because the bottom line is they don't want the truth out there, because they will lose control over the people, me and you. And we outnumber them. They may have sophisticated weapons, but we have the numbers. And as time goes on, more and more people are going to discover what is going on in our solar system, in our skies, what is happening to our Earth. It's very simple, folks. More and more evidence is coming out each and every day. The only thing that you can do is try to decipher what you're looking at, make your own decisions, maybe even start your own investigation. Start doing a little bit of homework. Now, I understand that not everybody has a lot of time to devote 8 or 10 or 12 hours a day. But I've been on this subject now going on 14 years, and I'm not going anywhere. We are having very serious effects on our planet. Don't let anybody shoot you a line of crap that the frequency and the magnitude of these earthquakes stretching across our globe right now are just some common freak of nature. Volcanic activity on the rise. Last year, 2016, the hottest year ever recorded in modern man. Absolutely crazy weather across the globe. Snowing in the Sahara Desert. Where I live, the temperatures daily are in the 60s when they should be close to 20 degrees. So the temperature where I live is up above 40 plus degrees where it should be. People will tell you that this has everything to do with global warming. Are you going to believe that because they want to dumb you down? They don't want you to believe in what is in the sky. They want you to continue to pay attention to your cell phone. Waste all of your time on Facebook and Twitter. They don't want you researching anything. And they sure as hell don't want you pointing cameras and video cameras into the sky. Take a look at the increased meteor and asteroid activity in our solar system over the past year. It is absolutely 100% out of control. And I am amazed that they keep putting this information on these NASA and Jet Propulsion Laboratory websites. Because if they did stop putting it on there, all of the people that are watching will start to raise hell. Because you know what? These organizations are paid for by our damn tax dollars. Each and every rocket that goes up into space, we paid for. Every government telescope in this country, we paid for. I think a lot of us have lost touch with that type of reality. For the people and by the people. We pay all of their salaries. If it wasn't for our tax dollars, these individuals would not be there. And secondly, they wouldn't be there hiding this information from us because they don't know what the hell to do. And they don't want to lose control over the people. And I would agree that there would be panic. But these people have had 30 years to figure this out. Instead of jerking off and building their underground bunkers and spending our money to the tune of tens of billions of dollars, maybe they should have thought about us, the people that pay for it all. Me, you, and a dog named Blue. Thanks for watching the Nibiru channel. Stay tuned, folks.